Today I'm going to be showing you the exact mistakes that 99% of men will make that will cause a woman to cheat. Okay, this is the biggest thing that you have to get through your head. Please listen to me very, very closely. All women, and I mean all women, 100% of them have the capacity to cheat. And what that means is by the time that she is emotionally detached from you and she has made the logical and the emotional commitment to exit the relationship that she has with you and cheat with another man, she has already left emotionally months ago from you. This video is extremely important because you have to be able to see the nuances and the loss of frame control that compound day after day, week after week, month over month, until she has a fixed identity of you and you have lost all attraction. This video is very important, so stay with me. Now, today's MBT Celebrity Spotlight is from Bo, and he goes, Casey, feel free to share my testimony if you want. Only 2 weeks in and I have chicks texting me multiple times in a row asking me to hang out because this is an amazing team and a great program, 5 stars. Guys, this is seriously the results that I'm seeing every single week with guys inside of MBT, masculine behavioral techniques, which means after this video is done today, what I want you to do is I want you to go down below, you hit the link in the description, you check out the full length end-to-end presentation that I put together for you. It will totally transform your life. Let's dive in. Now, over the past few weeks, I have been seeing comments like this. And the guys in the comment section who are saying the things that I see in my videos, such as every video you say is the same, you're not paying close enough attention. None of them are the same. You're hearing me, but you're just not listening. The last 50 videos that I have made in a row, none of them are the same. And they are so different to the point that you're not picking up on the micro nuances that it actually takes to be successful with women. So now that we got that out of the way, stick with me until the end of this video because I really do believe that this is one of the best videos that I have ever made on this whole channel. Now, all women will cheat when these things occur. I can't stress this enough. You are not immune to this. Okay, there's no guy that's immune to this. I don't care how charismatic you are, how tall you are, how much money you make. All women cheat when these things occur. Now, the biggest reason why I'm really trying to hammer this home on this point today is because by the end of this, I'm going to be showing you the type of guy that is not likely to get cheated on at all. Okay, so to fully understand this, you have to come full circle with me towards the end of this presentation. Now, the first reason, or the biggest reason, the biggest prerequisite, okay, that will ensure that a woman cheats on you 100% of the time if you are dating her or you're in an exclusive relationship with her or seeing her on a consistent basis and you feel that she is yours and you're hers and you guys have had that talk of exclusivity and monogamy, the biggest reason is that she feels misaligned in sexual market value with you. She feels that her SMV is above you. So read this with me, okay, because I underline the word feels for a reason. She feels she's above you, okay? She feels doubt that you can replace her. Not only that, she feels like she's out of your league. So if you think about this for a second, what is the repeat word? The repeat word that I'm underlining and trying to hammer home on this video today is the word feels. What is the repeat word? It's feels. It's a feeling, okay? You've not satisfied hypergamy because hypergamy is a feeling. This is the biggest differentiator between a lot of my content that I produce and other people's, is the biggest aspect or the biggest flaw that majority of men believe is that when it comes to hypergamy, it's going to be solely based on looks, money, and status, and if you are the type of guy who is higher in sexual market value on paper. This is not always true because what you picture, if you're dating a woman, what you picture, the guy who's potentially going to sleep with your girl or take your girl away, here's the complete picture, the image in the guy's head is you picture it's a guy who's taller, okay? You picture that he has six-pack abs. You picture that he's more ripped, he's more assertive, he's more jacked, he's more masculine. And oftentimes he's not. Like oftentimes this isn't the case at all. What you picture is wrong because hypergamy is a feeling, okay? So what that means is it's a man who has better led her emotions. This is what a lot of men don't understand, is they get into this masculinity type content, they get into self-improvement, they try to be a more masculine man, they try to do all of these things, but what they forget is they forget that women are led by words. Women are led by their emotions. Women are seduced by a man being able to tap into their emotions, okay, and ensure that he's the type of guy that she would want to follow. So this is going to piss a lot of you off, but I don't care because you have to know this. You have to have both sides of the coin when it comes to your charisma, okay, your ability to generate good personality out of yourself, mixed with all the good masculinity characteristics that make you you. oftentimes it is not a guy taller. It is not a guy with six-pack abs. It is not a guy who's more ripped and more assertive. It could be, but oftentimes it's not, and it's not because hypergamy is a feeling. It is not an on-paper, materialistic, status-driven metric that says you're a stud. What I mean by that is it's a man who better led her emotions. It's a player. The player is able to take your girl. Sometimes, okay, it's a guy who writes her long text messages about how much he loves her, how much he wants to see her. Sometimes it's a guy who will write her poems and lead her emotions, wondering if this is the true love situation or the true love scenario for her. Not only that, sometimes it is just the guy that makes her feel wanted. So what I can tell you is this: 10 times out of 10, if there's any sliver of an emotional void that has not yet been filled, this is when she's going to start to want to seek out. So the truth is that your girl got seduced. Your girl got seduced, and sometimes, a lot of times, it's the guy who says how crazy he is about her. Sometimes it's the guy who can even give her some sort of emotional turmoil or tension because he may say these things, but then all of a sudden there's time apart where she doesn't hear from him. And she doesn't hear from him because maybe she's with her exclusive boyfriend. Like, this is what you got to understand, is the guy who's going to take your girl, it's a player. It is not always this masculine alpha, 6'6", jacked guy that a lot of guys picture. The alpha aspect of what women actually will fall in love with and be led by. If you can tap into a woman's emotions, you've won. And it's because women fall in love with different things in a man. So, understanding how women will fall in love with words is your biggest superpower, because women are social creatures. So the reason why women like to have girlfriends, the reason why women like to read long novels that have to do with tension, the reason why women like gossip, the reason why women like reality TV shows, it's because women are social creatures. See, so what you have to understand is they love men at the top of social hierarchies. Not financial hierarchies, like you've been told when it comes to self-improvement and being the man, okay? Not your muscle mass, okay? It's how well people respond to you. This is the greatest form of social proof. It's how well you are liked by her other girlfriends. It's how well you are potentially admired sexually or just as a person-to-person level by the other women around. It's how much you are liked when it comes to people and how your friend group is and how popular you are. These are driving levers that create status-driven metrics that women actually fall in love with a guy. This starts to develop mystery. What is so good about this guy? What are the things about his personality? What does this guy have that others don't? So here's what I can tell you. The reason why is because other people's approval towards a man, okay, listen, other people's approval is the highest form of social value. Not money, not your bank balance, not the fact that you have a Corvette and a Maserati. Okay, other people's approval, men and women's, especially women's. If she sees that other women are responding well to you, this is going to be a big driving factor where she's going to potentially want to stray away from the guy that she's currently with and go towards a new guy. Now, please stick with me, because by the end of this, I'm telling you this presentation will change your life, because I'm going to be telling you the type of guy that is not likely to get cheated on at all. So, this is why a charismatic dude who's broke can take your girl. You have to understand this and you have to come to terms with this. This is why things like confidence, okay? Understanding how to speak the right things to a woman, okay? Being the type of man who can tap into a woman's emotions. These things are key, because words need tension. Words that create tension is what creates sexual chemistry and fantasy in a woman's brain. If you can create sexual tension and fantasy in a woman's brain, you can now be a mystery that she has to figure out. So I'm going to give you an example of what this actually looks like. This right here is a form of alpha. This would be a form of alpha where you could essentially lead the woman's emotions and get her to want to be with you. Let's say a guy sends a text message to a girl and goes, "I can't stop thinking about you. ... Can't stop thinking about you. Period. Send." What is that going to do to her brain? Yeah, it might give her validation. It might give her a little bit of approval. But a lot of you guys are way too fixated on that. You guys are so fixated on that. You think that those are the things that will make a woman get dried up for you. Okay? A woman wants to feel wanted. A woman wants to know that she is beautiful to the eyes of a man. Yes, she wants you to fall in love with other things about her afterwards, and she knows that a majority of men find her attractive, but you still have to be able to arouse that desire dynamic where she feels like you are, like in some sort of way, you are pursuing her, or you adore her, or you want her. This is key. So if you say something like, "I can't stop thinking about you," what happens? Well, now her mind wanders. Well, as her mind wanders, let's say now, okay, now you don't set a date or ask to see her for 7 to 10 days. What do you think that does? This is tension. This is an example of chemistry. Okay, you text her, you go, I can't stop thinking about you. Her mind's wandering, but now she's wondering, well, is he going to set a date with me? Is he going to ask me to hang out? Is he going to ask me to come over today? Is this guy going to ask me to go get drinks later? Am I ever going to see this guy? 7 to 10 days go by, she's going to sit there and go, well, what the fuck? Why didn't this guy yet ask me out? If he can't stop thinking about me, is he also texting this to other girls? Does he want to see other women too? Like, this is what creates tension. So here's what you guys have to understand. Like, you guys picture the asshole or the playboy as some big jacked dude in a Maserati and a Bentley and in a mansion, and that is not it. Okay, this guy who's able to understand this aspect of female nature and chemistry, okay, being able to arouse that desire dynamic where she feels like she is wanted, okay, being able to get that woman to emotionally crave that man. This to a woman is the asshole. This to a woman is the playboy. This to a woman is the player. This to a woman is the bad boy. So fuck your bench press. A lot of you guys who are chasing all of these self-improvement metrics and these self-improvement aspects because you think you're gonna get the girls if you got 6 figures in the bank, 7 figures in the bank, and you got a big bench press, you're sorely mistaken. If you cannot, like, women fall in love with the internal of a man. And this is why the things that make a man attractive, like, oh, you got money, or oh, you know, you're attractive, or you're tall, or you're good looking, or you have a good jawline, or you're lean. Those things buy you about 45 seconds. That buys you 45 seconds where she is now going to start to identify and analyze deeper level aspects of who you are. And here's what you have to know. You guys who are, I don't care if you're talking to a woman on the phone, I don't care if you're on a date, I don't care if you're seeing a woman in person, she is evaluating you 100% of the time. Every second you are with her, her subconscious, because this is rooted in her hypergamy and attempting to satisfy it, for satisfying the question of, is he the best I can do? Is this guy actually the guy I want to be with? Whether you are getting tested directly or indirectly is irrelevant, because the fact is this: her female nature, her biology, her subconscious is 100% evaluating you 100% of the time. Every second you speak, every micro nuance, every facial expression, every gesture, she is analyzing you. This is what guys don't understand. The game never ends. Say this with me one more time. The game never ends. When you understand this, the second you relax, the second you go, I'm just going to be myself, the second you go, I'm not going to pick up on any of these things, I'm going to be less observant, I'm going to slip into a behavior where now I'm comfortable, you're fucked. You could have been the player, the guy who wins her over in the beginning. Nobody is immune to this, okay? Every second you are speaking to a woman, I'm telling you this is so sensitive. Women are so sensitive to personality traits. Women are so sensitive to words. You can be talking to a girl for 25 minutes, conversation's going super well. You say one wrong sentence, one false move, one false aspect of your like words and conversation you were having with her. One thing, one line of a text message. It takes one thing to fuck up the whole thing, for her to change her entire personality of you, for her to categorize you as a guy she wants to be with, to then all of a sudden flip that switch, and now all of a sudden you seem as if you're a guy who's not pre-selected, to take you as a guy who is high status, and now you're a guy who is low status. You have to understand how sensitive this is. You need to be on point 24/7. And I know that you're gonna come to me in this video and you're gonna say, well, Casey, that sounds exhausting. Casey, I just want to exit the game. Casey, I don't want to play. Don't play then. I'll gladly play. The guys who are willing to play, we're gonna clean up. That's what I'm saying. Like, we'll clean up because we will do what you won't. But see, the older I've gotten, the more that this plays, the more that you understand this, the more that I've realized truthfully plays in to this aspect of every area in life. You either have the guys who are contenders and they're willing to play, or they're not. But this goes the same in every area in life. The guys who say, well, that's too hard, I want to give up, I don't want to do any of this shit just to attract a girl. Okay, because I will. But see, that's the mentality. I've had that mentality with everything, with fitness, with what I do with, you know, my career and personal life, with what I do professionally, with what I like. You're either a guy who you want to perform and you want to get the shit done in life, or you don't. And the guys in the comment section who are saying the things that I see in my videos, such as every video you say is the same, you're not paying close enough attention. None of them are the same. And that's your biggest problem, is you're hearing me, but you're just not listening. Say that one more time. You're hearing me, but you are just not listening. None of my videos are the same. The last 50 videos that I have made in a row, none of them are the same. You are hearing me, but you are just not listening. If you would listen deeper, you would see how every one of these videos is completely different. And they are so different to the point that you're not picking up on the micro nuances that it actually takes to be successful with women. These same guys who are ignoring this and are saying it's too hard, this is typically what I've seen are the same guys who say, you know what, it's too hard to go start that business I want to start. These are the same guys who are going, you know what, it's too hard to get in shape and get six-pack abs like I've wanted to my whole life. These are the same guys who are saying, you know what, it's too hard to have a good family life. These are the same guys who are saying everything's hard. So you know what, I'm going to tell you this. You're either wired to go get it or you're not. And if you're not and you see that you're demotivated in this area in life to learn this, you got to understand that that mindset probably copy-pastes into other areas too. So it's in your best interest to get tougher. It's in your best interest to be a guy who is motivated and driven so you can have success, because you get to pick. You either live a fruitful life that's exciting with women or you choose to not. And if you choose to not, chances are that mindset's going to carry over into everything you do. You become lackadaisical. You become a guy who doesn't chase what he wants. You become a guy who doesn't go after his goals. Okay? This is important. So stick with me. Okay? You need tension. This right here, the guy who was able to text something like, I can't stop thinking about you. I really want to see you. God damn, I miss you so much. You're so blah, blah. But then she doesn't hear from her. Let's say he doesn't send a date. This is the player. This is the asshole. This is the bad boy. You guys have a false preconceived notion of what alpha is to a woman. Okay, fuck your bench press. So now that we got that out of the way, let me explain something to you. Alpha to a woman is nothing more than masculine indifference. Yes, this guy over here can't stop thinking about her. Yes, he has the balls and is, let's say, vulnerable enough to say it. But you see, he's indifferent to the outcome. He didn't ask to set that date for 7 to 10 days because he truly doesn't care. This is why a woman falls in love with your words, but your words have to be coupled with that masculine indifference. So, this is the trap of the exclusive boyfriend or the exclusive long-term relationship, because as you can see from what I'm showing you, alpha to a woman, or the guy that she's consistently coming back and has an emotional attachment to, this right here is driven through mystery and fantasy and being able to get into her mind. So what I can tell you is this is the trap of the exclusive boyfriend in the long-term relationship. This is why you're so boring and you're predictable, because here's a list of all the bullshit that he does. The first thing is this is a guy who checks in daily. What's for dinner? How's your day? Did you grab that bottle of wine? Blah, blah. Okay? Blah, blah. Well, if you check in daily, the issue is you're going to now run the risk of routine. Okay, well, if you run the risk of routine, what does that look like? That looks like routine dates. That looks like routine days a week that you're seeing her. That looks at routine as in she knows exactly when you get off work. And you know, God forbid, you're the type of guy where you guys have been dating for 3-4 months and you want to make sure that you guys are on the same page, so you share your location on your phone together and you can see the location. Like, and do you understand that now when that guy enters into that, the second that she wants to test you and all of a sudden she turns hers off, do you understand that your emotions are haywire? Do you understand that you fall into these things concession by concession, commitment by commitment? Do you understand that you're being set up for the trap? Do you now recognize that you have been set up to actually fail a lot of these interest indicators tests? Do you now see how when I write these things on the whiteboard, do you see the unfair and incredible advantage that you have over all other men? Do you see how most men are blind yet? Do you see how these things end up screwing you over? Do you see how commitment is the quickest way to go from the type of guy that she wants to the type of guy that she doesn't? Stick with me. You check in daily. You run the risk of routine. She knows when you get off work. She knows when she's going to see you. She knows what you do. She knows what your hobbies and what your interests are. Okay? Well, now all mystery that stimulates a woman's mental and urgency is fucking gone. That is what crushes desire. I don't care how big your bank balance is. I don't care how many supercars you have. I don't care how tall you are. If that guy who has all of those things doesn't master this, he will get left for a different guy who does. This is a skill set, just like anything in life. So, the boyfriend gives her constant communication. Okay, the boyfriend also, now number 4, the fourth thing that he does with a list of bullshit, he tries to fix her emotions. Well, when he tries to fix her emotions, naturally he puts her on the pedestal. Well, when he naturally puts her on the pedestal, guess what? He works less. When he works less on his job, his career, his purpose, his things, she's now a bigger priority. Well, now when she's a bigger priority, he sees his friends less. Well, so do you see how this is a slippery slope? Because she naturally is put on a pedestal due to her being a high priority. The second that a woman is a high priority shows that you don't have other things going on. Since women are survival creatures, if you look at biology and evolution or whatever the heck you want to call it, back then that would have been a guy who is a bad bet for her survival. If a guy is putting her first, that's a bad bet for her survival, because in the hunter-gatherer days, she needed a man 24/7 who was on his shit. Hunting, protecting, blah, blah. Women are survival creatures. Say this with me. They are not meant to love you. The reason why you have to have such advanced game today, when you're working with women, when you're doing things with women, when you're seeing women, is because a lot of the traits that make men are not needed anymore. Okay? Women live in a safe, comfortable environment, obviously, because we have running water, we have housing, we have heating, we have Netflix. Do you understand that but at the same time, like, you can't bitch about these things and complain. This is survival of the fittest. You are either competent enough to grow and evolve, or you're not. Every single generation, there's different evolutions of how things change in the world. This is part of it. Adapt and grow. Don't just choose to ignore these things. Be a man who has the competency to spot this and grow. So, now you run the risk of all this routine. He's boring. She's put on the pedestal. So women often cheat, not just with an alpha male that you picture in your head, but with a man who stimulates her emotions. This is the biggest turnkey metric that you have to understand to start to get success. Now, enter the unattainable guy she doesn't know if she can get. What tends to happen then? Well, she emotionally leaves the boyfriend months in advance. When I say she leaves the boyfriend emotionally months in advance, you gotta understand, when women line up their replacements, if you've been dating a girl for 6 months, 12 months, a year, and you notice disinterested behavior, you notice the relationship is on the rough, oh yeah, that relationship was on the rough 4, 5, 6 months ago, and she just did not, you didn't pick up on the signs. You didn't pick up on the signals. You didn't pick up on all of the things you should have picked up on that would have led to a successful outcome with a woman. You didn't pick up on it. You didn't spot it. You failed all of the interest tests. You didn't see these things. You weren't competent enough to see them. That's okay, but I just got to tell you that you have to be far more observant, because she's giving her the pep talk every morning. Okay, girl, you got this. You can leave him. You're going to be fine. Okay, girl, you got this. You know what? You got your friends around you. You got your family to support you. I know I've been with him for 12 months, but you know what? You got this. You're going to be fine. You're going to get on your grind. You're going to start going to the gym. You're going to look good. I'm going to do my hair today. She's telling herself this every morning. She's giving herself this pep talk. You got this, girl. I'm going to go talk to my best friend, Becky or Sarah. Yeah, Sarah, do you think I'll be okay? Yeah, you'll be fine. We'll go out. Don't worry, girl. We're going to go out and we're going to have fun. We're going to party. You're going to meet Mr. Handsome. Do you understand? This is what women do. They give themselves this pep talk every morning, like mentally. She's constantly thinking about this and trying to detach from you. what she's going to do is she's going to close off chemistry. She starts closing off sexual access. She starts closing off intimacy with you. And you start to notice disinterested behavior. Do you recognize this now? She preps for this months in advance, because women are emotional creatures. So she needs to give herself time to detach from you. So, now let's look at this part, okay? What is the type of guy not likely to get cheated on? The type of guy not likely to get cheated on, I'm gonna read this slow, and this is gonna sting. And this is gonna piss a lot of you guys off who have wanted to go the distance with a woman. Maybe you were engaged and things didn't work out. Maybe you had a wife and things didn't work out. Maybe you had a woman of your dreams head over heels with and things didn't work out. Listen to me closely, okay? The number one way to ensure a woman doesn't sleep with anyone else, this is gonna piss you off, but I have to say it, is you're the guy that she only sees on occasion but isn't committed to her. Now stick with me, because you see how big of letters I wrote this in. This is important, okay? When you're the guy that she sees occasionally, just once in a while, she thinks that you really care and like her, but you're not there all the time. Do you understand what this does to a woman? She's closed for business on an intimate level. She's now closed for business in the bedroom. She's closed for business. She's off limits right now, mentally. Okay, she's off limits because she's hoping things work with him. And his unpredictability is a turn on. She doesn't know where this is going to go. This arouses the desire. This arouses the mystery in her head. Now, I put a big star by this one, because read this with me. He isn't even committed or exclusive with her, and she's faithful. Funny how that works. Say that with me. He isn't even committed or exclusive with her in a relationship, and she's faithful. Meanwhile, a guy who is faithful, now she doesn't want to be with. Because read this with me one more time. You have a better chance of a woman giving sexual exclusivity to a man that she isn't even dating. Read this with me one more time. You have a better chance of a woman giving sexual exclusivity to a man that she isn't even dating, that she isn't even in a relationship with. Why? Because hypergamy is a feeling. If you like this video, I want you to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.